in, and Trey loves these big game shots and big game moments, and it's nice when you have one of those guys in your team.
Hey, and there's these close games. Nothing new to you guys. What's like the mood like in the game in those huddles?
Yeah, it's just you can't get tight, you can't get tense, you can't be worried about the upset, you can't be worried about losing. It's just got to figure out ways to win. Ruben had that big tip out. When you got bogged down offensively, you just have to find ways of winning, and we weren't able to hit shots, and we kind of tried sticking on the glass, and they hit a few very big shots down the stretch, and we were able to just respond. That's all that we're talking about.
Danny, some people would look at the height advantage and say, why not more points in the paint? But obviously it's more complicated than that, I guess. Can you explain what makes it so tough?
So they were throwing a few very weird defenses at us in the second half, and it was somewhat similar to Purdue, although they were heavier in the gaps. In the first half, they weren't in the gaps that heavy, which is why it seemed like we got a lot of good looks. And then in the second half, they load a guy on the weak side, and that takes away all your post-up opportunities, either way you want to go. And because if you spin baseline, they're going to come and double, and if you go to the middle, they're heavy in the gaps. So obviously being a 7-footer, when you have a 6'5" guy on you, you want to post up more, but I just tried taking what the game gave me, getting in the flow of the offense, and credit to them, they played a great second half defensively, and we got a little bogged down, but when we needed it, guys hit shots.
Can you speak to what Roddy brought you guys?
It
seemed like he was one of
it's
the
the
guys
same thing he brought earlier in the year. I know he had a little bit of a slump to finish the regular season, but he brought it. Seems like he finally himself again, even in the Big Ten tournament. And he had a big downhill drive late in the second half, and he was relentless on the glass, and just super proud of him.
Up 15, and then you lose the lead for the first time with a couple minutes left. Did you remember anything anyone said or did that helped in that moment?
No, I just tried. When Tyler McGee hit that second, when he hit that three on me, I just had a smile on my face, and I was just like, it's going to be okay. That's what March Madness is, and guys are going to hit big shots, but it's just how you respond, and the word response has been very utilized this last week and a half, 2 weeks for our team, and just tried sticking with it and impacting the game when it seems like you couldn't get a shot to fall.
It seemed like a very physical game at times, both sides.
Yeah, UCSD is small, but they play super hard. There's a reason they've won 30 games, and they were on a 15 or 16 game win streak. They're a really well-coached team. They stuck with it even when they got down big, and that defense was super funky, and it kind of messed a few guys up. It's a run, and it was just they threw a bunch of looks at us, and it seemed like we just couldn't get into a flow of the offense the second half.
Then you guys have played 17 games, 4 points or fewer, 13-4, won 11 in a row. Any, thread between those 11 straight wins in those close games?
Yeah, I think, when you look at these games, you don't want to be in these close games. And early in the year when we had a few of those tough losses, you look at the Minnesota, Oklahoma, some of these heartbreaking losses, and immediately in the aftermath, you're heartbroken. But in all of my interviews and all of whenever I was speaking with anyone in the facility or teammates or coaches, this is what you need, those types of games, whether you want them or you don't. And it's easy when teams go on runs to just drop your head and try to just not have a great response, but those are the most. I always said that's what you need for March success, and we were able to come away with a big one. And I hope the game on Saturday is not as close as this was down the stretch. But again, a win is a win, and you take it.
Have you felt any difference playing at altitude?
There was a stretch in the first half when we went a while without a media. I looked at all my teammates, and even the UCSD guys were talking to me at the line about the altitude. But it's not just us that feel it; they also feel it. So it's definitely a real thing. But you just got to push past it.
You won a tournament game last year. What's kind of the key to this? 48 hours between the move on.
Last year, we weren't. I don't want to say we weren't expecting to win, but we were playing with house money at that point, and we were just excited to be there. And then once we won that first game, it was, we could do this again. But now I kind of have switched mindset in that we know what we're capable of, and we didn't come here to win one game. And our coaches are calling it the Denver Invitational. You got to get 2 to get to the Sweet 16 in Atlanta, and we play a really, really physical A&M team. And just nature, I was watching it because my Yale guys were playing them before. And, Yale did a pretty good job with them. I didn't watch the entire thing, but on the offensive glass. But Texas A&M is a super physical team, and we got to rest, recover these next 48 hours. But do you guys know what time we're playing on Saturday?
No. We'll know in a couple hours.
A couple hours? Okay. Well, whenever it is, this day of rest tomorrow is huge as opposed to back-to-backs in the Big Ten. So you're going to use it. I'm sure we'll do some walkthrough or some shooting tomorrow, and I'm definitely going to work on some of the things that couldn't get going today.
It's just one more thought on, and I mean,